We're back. I know it's been a minute, but on this episode of Big Bites, we're at Guyana's very first Starbucks. Yes, that is right, the Starbucks. When you think about American coffee, you think about Starbucks, and you also think about Instagram pictures that annoy you. But why we're here today, obviously, we're gonna be taking our big bites, we're gonna be taking our big sips, we're gonna show you everything you need to expect when you visit Starbucks. And is it worth the hype? Is it worth the craze? All those questions will be answered right now. But before we get to it, let's thank our sponsors, of course, for making this episode possible. If you're looking for a sweet ride that won't break the bank, then you need to check out Soat Auto Sales and Rentals. They got the best prices in town and their vehicles have the lowest mileage. And get this, they even have brand new cars with plastic still on the seats. It's like you're the first person to ever sit in them. Soat is Guyana's leading auto sales for a reason, people. And if that wasn't enough, they've got competitive interest rates and rentals too. So what are you waiting for? It's your turn to drive at Soat Auto Sales and Rentals. Just don't drive like me unless you want a speeding ticket. So I want to shout out Gandi's Variety Store and Sian Satrahan for sponsoring this episode. Yeah, that big muscly guy you're seeing right now is Sian. He told me to put that picture up there. By the way, I didn't choose it. Anyway, Gandi's is the biggest supplier of cosmetics, books, stationery items, and so much more. Check them out today at 28 Water Street, Georgetown, the big green building around the Stabrook Market area opposite KFC. You can't miss them. Ooh, fancy. Impressions when you walk into this Starbucks is that I'm actually blown away by how well designed it is. Right now, this is day 2 as we're filming this, so it's pretty busy right now. There's a big line here, and it, at least for the most part, it's not extending out of the door yet. But everyone's eager to try out the Starbucks. Have you guys ever tried Starbucks before? No, they're not looking in my direction. I'm totally sorry about this. We put in our order already. We're gonna try a plain coffee. We're gonna try a caramel macchiato, which is a Starbucks classic drink. And we're gonna try a frap. And we're also gonna try 2 breakfast items and a dessert item. So we're just waiting for our name to be called, and yeah.
Grande brewed coffee for Big Bites. Is there a Big Bites in the house?
Oh, I think they're ready for me. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've had Starbucks before. I've had Starbucks coffee. I know I'm familiar with what it tastes like, but I've never had a Starbucks coffee from a Starbucks store, Starbucks cafe in Guyana. So this is a first, and this is a plain black coffee. And as you know, I love coffee. I'm a coffee addict. I drink 2 to 3 cups of coffee every day. So Starbucks coming to Guyana is like a dream come true for me. So let's give it a taste and just give you a nice baseline of what the Starbucks coffee tastes like. This is black, no milk, no sugar. Let's go. Oh my God. Because it has a nice bold, it has a nice robust flavor. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Starbucks is the best coffee ever, because it's not, but it gets the job done. It's a good coffee, it's decent, and I think this plain black coffee costs like around $800 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's pretty good. So this is the caramel macchiato, right? This is a Starbucks specialty drink, and it is something that people normally just go to when they don't know what to get off of a Starbucks menu. It's honestly a guilty pleasure of mine, favorite. So let's go, let me tell you how it is. You can't go wrong with it. It's honestly just coffee. It's coffee, people. It's coffee. It's sweet coffee with some milk and caramel. There's nothing much to it. It's like the plain coffee. It's a good experience, right? See, the thing about Starbucks, what a lot of people don't get, is that Starbucks is more than just the coffee. You're paying for that Starbucks experience, and it's nothing like it. It's almost similar to when you have an Apple device. You know, it's about holding a Starbucks cup, and there's something kind of powerful about it. Not gonna lie, it's like, oh, I'm drinking Starbucks, you know, it's amazing. Yeah. Let me get a caramel macchiato, please. Thank you, you know. And are you tired of cooking bland meals that even your dog won't eat? Well, fear not, my friends, because Roy's Quality Spices has got you covered. With their extensive catalog of seasonings and spices, you'll be a culinary master in no time. Whether you're cooking curry, chow mein, or cook-up, they've got something that'll make you say,
let me add a little bit of spice to that.
and who knows, with enough chipotle and cayenne red pepper, you might just start a fire in your kitchen. But seriously, you should not start a fire in your kitchen. Get a fire extinguisher for that. So pick up your Roy's Quality Spices today at leading supermarkets nationwide and get ready to spice up your life. So I've got some delicious news for you. Remember Dolce Bar and Bistro? We once visited them right here on Big Bites. Well, they're now serving up gourmet lunches starting at just $2,500. And trust me, these aren't your average lunches. We're talking soups, salads, burgers, sandwiches, pasta, and even pizza, all prepared at the highest quality. They're open from Tuesday to Saturday at 11:30 a.m. So head down to Dolce Bar and Bistro, where the food is so good, it'll make you forget you're supposed to be working. Place your orders right now at 633-9500 or visit their website at www.dolcegyy.com to check out their menu. And last but not least, to close off our Starbucks drink experience at least, this is the Java Chip Frap. The prices for these drinks aren't that bad when you think about it. Like for a tall size order, it starts at $1,400, and then when you go up to about a grande, it's $16. And if you want a venti, it's about $1,800. And venti, as you know, it's the large. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say large. I'm not ordering a venti. Don't give me a venti. I'm gonna come into Starbucks and be like, can I have a...
Large is large. In fact, tall is large, and grande is Spanish for large. Venti's the only one that doesn't mean large. It's also the only one that's Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
I'm a grown man. I'm not gonna say venti coffee, you know? So, let's go. This is the big sip of the Java Chip Frap. Wow, that is sweet. I didn't know what I was expecting. That's pretty sweet, but addictive. Addictive. I don't want to stop drinking this. I could drink this pretty much all day. Really good. This one is the one with coffee. You could actually opt in to not have coffee in this, but why would you? It defeats the purpose, you know? But I guess they're catering for those people who don't really like coffee, but want the Starbucks experience. And to me, a frap is a solid choice. Solid order. I think I found a new favorite. And you got little chunks of chocolate bits in there. Nice. Well, that was the drink experience, but this is the show Big Bites. I gotta eat something, right? We've got the Impossible sandwich. This is actually supposed to be, I think, vegetarian. That's why it's called Impossible. It's got, seems like a vegetarian patty with a thick egg that's underneath it. Look at that. And I like the bread. The bread looks kind of artisanal in a sense. You know, it's not your regular tennis roll. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually impressed by this. If you told me that this was vegetarian, I would not believe you at all. It feels like meat. I guess that's why it's called the Impossible sandwich, right? The bread is super soft. The crust is nice and firm at the top, nice and crunchy almost. But when you bite into it, it's like super soft. The bread is super soft. The patty has decent flavor. On the egg is just nice and thick there. Like if you look at it there, want to have a breakfast, I think this is a pretty good choice. Not gonna lie. Is it worth the price though? If you've never tried it, I think it's worth to try. I wouldn't say it's the best sandwich ever, but it's really good. Very tasty. I like it. And next we have the double smoked bacon, cheddar, and egg sandwich. Not vegetarian in the least because it has bacon. Let's give this one a try. I'm actually quite intrigued by this one. Anything with bacon, to me, you automatically get points for that. But I wish this sandwich had the same bread as the Impossible sandwich. I like the bread on the Impossible sandwich more. This one just feels a little too soft for me without any significant crust at the top. And even the bottom is a bit too soft for me as well. While it's okay, I don't think it's anything that, you know, impactful for me like the Impossible was. The redeeming factor, the best part about this, which I'm pretty sure, is the bacon, which is the star of the show here. I love it. It's crispy. It is, you tasting that smoke off the bacon. I love it. Just, yeah, that's really good bacon. Regular water consumption is essential for your health, and Arnie Fresh is here to make it easy and delicious. Not only does it taste amazing, but staying hydrated can improve your skin and digestion and even boost your mood. So stay hydrated and drink Arnie Fresh Purified Water by Guybisco. Your body will thank you and you'll look as good as me. Well, maybe not that good, but you get the point. Links to all of your Let me do this again. Y'all make me laugh. Links to all of our sponsors are in the description, so please check them out and tell them Big Bites sent you. Let's get back to the video. And to close off our Starbucks experience, we have some dessert here. We've got your classic brownie. It seems like a pretty fudgy brownie, which is something I can appreciate. And you got a nice big piece of it as well, which is good. You got some chocolate on top right here. It's sweet, but it's got a nice little bitterness to it. This is our last Starbucks Big Bite for Big Bites. Let's go. Well, I gotta say, this is probably the fudgiest brownie I've had in a while, in a hot minute. Most places when I go to get brownies, it feels like cake. And a brownie is not supposed to be a cake, right? It's supposed to be fudgy, it's supposed to be slightly creamy. And this one, when you bite into it, it's so easy to do that. It almost instantly melts in your mouth. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised by this. It was really good. It's fudgy, it has a nice chocolate flavor without being overly rich. And while it is sweet, there's a slight hint of bitterness that balances out the entire thing. I like it. And that is it for this episode of Big Bites. Guys, Starbucks, have you been here yet? Have you tried it? If you have, comment below, let me know how it was for you, because for me, I think the overall experience is pretty decent, right? The coffee isn't bad, the drinks aren't bad either, the breakfast items, pretty good, and the dessert is great, actually. I actually really like that brownie. Overall, the experience is well-rounded, and it really gives that Starbucks vibe that you get where no matter what part of the globe you go to, Starbucks is pretty much always the same. And it's the same for Guyana right here. So, until the next episode of Big Bites, take big bites only. See ya. Yeah, Joshua put me in a very uncomfortable position where I have to like bother these nice people from their Starbucks experience. Let's go. In the line, right? I mean, at least they're getting some free entertainment while they wait.